Hello, Internet. Welcome to Final Fantasy X. This is the first episode, and I don't know why the thing restarted. Guess I left it alone too long. Anyway, so this is a game I really like a lot. I'll be playing the remaster version because one, I don't have the doodad to hook up my PlayStation 2, and two, the HD remaster is based off of the international version. And it's got some content that we did not get originally in North America, mostly super bosses. Let me go ahead and click on new game. So you get a choice in the remaster of using standard, standard, or the expert sphere grid, which came with the international version. If you're sitting there at home, never played this before, and going, what the fuck's a sphere grid? You want to use the standard one. Expert is the closest this game has to a hard mode, and I'll explain the differences when we get to that tutorial. And once you pick your sphere grid, you can't change it. You can pick either the original PS2 soundtrack or there's a remaster version. You can change this freely once you pick it, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to be playing with the arranged one until I get tired of it. Now, some parts of the remaster, which I haven't really played the remastered a whole lot, some parts look pretty damn good. Some of it is, well, you'll see. And I'm going to complain at length about character models in particular. The scenery looks pretty good.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Final Fantasy X, yay! So this is the first Final Fantasy game that came with voice acting. It's definitely made from its time, essentially. But one of the interesting things about the dub for this game is, and one of the reasons why some of it sounds kind of weird, is how they dubbed it. So apparently, one of the things I learned fairly recently is that the way the sound files work for the voice acting is basically like certain scenes just wouldn't trigger if the voice file was too long. Like if the original Japanese line took 2.5 seconds, if the English dub took even a fraction of a second longer, it would just screw up the whole cutscene. So there are places where lines are artificially sped up and slowed down, and you definitely tell. And another thing about the dub was that there was a lot of pressure to fit the mouth flaps. And areas where there aren't really mouth flapping is some of the best parts. But anyway, here's our main character. Let's talk to these children.
Can you sign this?
No prob.
So they made a choice, and none of the Final Fantasies that have voice acting since have made this choice, which is they allowed you to name your character, which causes some issues later on. In Japanese, not so much, because the way Japanese works is you can leave out names and people understand via context of who you're talking about. It doesn't work like that in English. So our character, I'm going to leave his name default, and I'm going to call him Titus. I know the official pronunciation of his official name is Titus, which sounds incredibly stupid. So his original name in Japanese is Tida, which comes from the Okinawan word for sun, which, okay, that makes sense. It's nice, it's cute. Why they got like the dus symbol syllable from that, I don't know. But the game has a theme of water, which makes more sense for it to be tide, like tide us, rather than Titus. I get they were trying to make it the same as the original name, but why didn't they just call him Tida? That's a perfectly cromulent name. It's a Final Fantasy game. Who gives a shit? So, yes, we'll leave his name default.
Please?
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy.
So, we get right away that our main dude is some sort of sports jock star guy.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal,
Oh, he's trying to mac on some fine honeys.
Do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Ace block in the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
Okay. So we've signed balls for children and for some fly honeys. I think we're good to go.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3... Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight, well...
You can't tonight.
Where'd you come
I
from?
mean, tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
And here's our hometown. Well, it's a city rather than a town. And I don't know why it's got waterfalls coming out of the buildings, but who cares? Again, the game's got a real big water theme. Like the original case cover for the North America release has Titus standing in water. Anyway, here we go. Character development. Titus has some issues with his dad. That's his dad right there. We find out in
I
like
was
2
in a
seconds.
coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news.
We're just
Our
getting out
hero,
here.
checked, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa, didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today. The 2 teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes.
This is one of those
In
situations
just
where it's
1
kind
year,
of weird
he's become
that
the
you can
team's
rename
#1
the
player.
player.
He's Jack's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today?
Like, he's supposed to be
Will
some
we see his
superstar,
father's
and you think
legendary
they would have
shot?
mentioned his actual name
I don't think
at
I'm
least
the
a
only
little
one
bit
excited
in
here,
this
folks.
pre-game commentary day. Anyway, We're gonna walk through. It's easy to kind of run through that little commentary bit to go to the next scene and trigger the next cutscene. What's wrong with you? Are you okay? And it's weird too that he has to run to the game. There's
Coming through.
not like a
sorry.
car picking him up or anybody
Hey,
escorting him.
I'm gonna be late.
So he's gonna get mobbed by
Hey,
fans, and
let
some
go
of them
of
are
me.
part of the pre-rendered background. And the team names are kind of weird too. But it's Final Fantasy. Who gives a shit? Y'all ready for some butt rock? Get ready for some butt rock. So when they did the HD remaster, the FMV cutscenes were not changed. This is exactly what we saw on the PlayStation 2. Butt rock time. I told you. So we're about to see what sport our character Titus actually plays, because they didn't really go into it a whole lot other than the ball's got little nibbly knobs on it, and it's apparently popular. So Black Mage is the rock band that the Final Fantasy composer Uematsu made. Did a cover of the song and it's actually really good. I'll post it. We're not going to just, for future reference, question how Blitzball works, how the physics works. It's Final Fantasy. It's magic water. Who gives a shit? It works because the game says it does. Anyway, there's like ominous shit going on in the background with our dude with the big old alcohol flask, hip flask thing. And those kids didn't seem bothered enough that everything's getting sucked up. Anyway, it's fine. I think that's probably illegal, technically. But again, who gives a shit? It's the main character. Oh, okay. So, yeah. We're not going to get too much of a chance to get to know our hometown all that much. He's fine. He's fine. It's fine. Everything's great. Flee, citizens, flee. See, he's fine. Rub some dirt in it, you'll be alright. Let's flee too.
Orin! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What
I
are
love
you talking
Orin.
about?
Orin is like my favorite character. Is probably everybody's favorite character.
Huh?
Hello, kid. How come you can stop time?
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
I don't know. I think he's got a pretty good reason to boohoo right now. Hometown being fucked up. Creepy kids stopping time. Yeah, boohoo. Boohoo, boohoo away, my
What
dude.
the? Huh? Hey, wait! Not this way.
How do you know?
Look. We called it sin.
Sin?
He's taking this remarkably well, though. Like I said, he has pretty good reason to be here. Now we've got all these creepy monsters running around. That's not terribly effective. Where'd you have that at? Again, Final Fantasy game, not gonna give a shit. He can just pull swords out of his ass, and I don't care. Oh, okay.
I hope you know how to use it.
Well, he suddenly learned in 2 seconds. Alright, we're in our tutorial
These ones
battle.
don't matter. We cut through.
So this game uses a slightly different battle system than previous Final Fantasies. So it's a return to a turn-based instead of the ATB, where you have the little bar and when it fills up, your character can take a turn. But instead of the characters and the monsters and stuff going like one round and then you select a turn and all this other stuff like the original Final Fantasy, it's called a CTB, and I forget what that stands for, but you see that little thing on the right with like the little portraits and the monster ABC, whatever. So your actions will affect when a character's next turn will come up. So you can use it pretty strategically, like see monster B's coming up next. When if you kill that, then it skips to the next turn, which in the case is Titus. Right now, there's obviously not a lot we can do. This is a tutorial, but when we get later in the game, it gets a lot more interesting. I really like this battle system.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Yeah, this is kind of its explanation for that. So you see that one did kind of a stronger attack. So if you know that enemies are like prepping an attack or whatever, you can cut those first, stuff like that. So I don't know why they haven't come back to this particular system. Final Fantasy in general seems to have moved to a more action-based system, kind of like Remake and Final Fantasy 16. I'm assuming 16's like that, though I haven't played it yet. Which there's nothing really wrong with that. It's just this system's pretty interesting too. Anyway, we have our first boss, in air quotes, boss.
Get out of my town!
Some can't wait to die.
Oh goodness, some of the battle dialogue. Anyway, this is our tutorial for Overdrive. This is basically your limit break. So that little bar below the character's name, the HP and whatever, it represents the Overdrive, and when it fills up, you could do a special attack. And for Auron, you do the little button presses, and it will do an attack. Pretty straightforward. So we just keep beating on this until all the tentacles go away and it dies. And the only thing this monster will do is Demi, which is a gravity spell which can't kill you. It can only do percentage, so don't bother healing. So Titus is swordplay, and right now all we have is spiral cut. So for him, we've got this little bar, which I suck at doing. If you hit the button in a timely manner, you do stronger attack. For some reason, I can't do it on a PS5. I was able to do it on the PS2, but not on the PS5. It's fine. I will get it eventually. So, Orin also has a skill, which we will eventually learn some. It does a little bit more damage than a regular attack. Not terribly necessary right now. Anyway, this is still the beginning of the game. Tutorial crap. You can't die. See, we're in low health, but who cares? He can't kill us. He's doing less and less and less damage. And it's almost dead anyway, I think. Oh, yep, that was it. Alright. And then in the background, whoops, as we get stuck on the boss thing, is our first save point, which also restores your health and your NP. So I'm going to go ahead and just save over some of my save games I had before. Ta-da! It's a good idea every time you encounter one to save, just in case. Especially if you're used to playing newer games where you can save on demand.
What are you laughing at, old man? Orin, let's get out of here.
We're expecting.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
Oh, Orin, you're so cryptic. Okay, now we got lots of monsters. So this one is the first one where we have monsters behind us too. And probably the first battle where, like I mentioned, you can, like, picking the monsters is actually going to be relevant. So, give it a minute. Yeah, so that one where it's the wings start to flicker, if you, he's prepping for a stronger attack, so you can go ahead and select him and get him out of the way.
This could be bad. That! Knock it down!
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
It's gonna explode a little bit, I do believe. Okay, so we can attack the tanker, and we'll use Titus to kill that one. Do I have anybody flickering? That dude looks like he's flickering. Maybe, I don't know. I can't really tell if they're flickering or not. Oh, that one's flickering. We'll continue using Orin to hit that thing, because he hits a little bit harder. And this is a tutorial. You can't really die here. I think it would take actual effort to die here, so don't worry too much about it if you don't hit the flicker wings dudes and things like that. I think we're about done anyway. Yep. Oh crap, there was gas down there.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, that'll take out your monster problem.
Go.
Damn. It's kind of weird when we go to cutscene mode like that, his hair turns like platinum blonde. Oh, there's a number of different character models that they use in this game, but yeah. This is not exactly an ideal situation.
You are sure?
He asked the mystical butthole in the sky.
This is it. This is your story. It all begins here.
Well,
Hey. Hey!
My old man?
welcome to a weird cutscene. And this one's kind of an interactive cutscene. So we're in kind of like a dream thing, and I keep forgetting that in these old games we can't swap the camera around, so this is what it is.
I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
There's also kind of like that last line where there's some somewhat awkward translation things going on. I'm assuming that's because whoever translated and localized it, they had to get approval from Japan, and they wanted it to say certain things and things of that nature. They Square
Anybody
folks
there?
definitely improved, because the Final Fantasy remake and rebirth dubs are great. Like, they're really, really good. But I guess someone had to be the first, and this is the first one. Anyway, so we got sucked into the butthole in the sky and dumped here, and our soul friend skedaddled. So Titus is not having a great day. He started the day out with potential of getting some tail at the end of the day after playing an awesome game of Blitzball, but now he got sucked up and dumped in this place. So this is the first place we really can explore. And if you want to have like an actual exploration experience, you can turn the little map off. So something's written here, and it is incomprehensible for right now.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
And chest. Got some money, which is always welcome. Though I don't really remember having any particular money problems in this game. Let's see, I think there's another chest over here somewhere. Okay, so this is relevant if you have other save files on your, I guess memory card or whatever you want to call it now. I guess not memory card anymore, hard drive. So there are these things called Albed primers, which help you decipher the little messages, kind of like that one we just clicked on, and you can import them from your other save files if you have them. So I'm not gonna actually do this because I think it's more interesting and fun to do it the old-fashioned way. And here's a chest. And for those, if you want to go back and import, I think there's only a handful of those in the game. So, but this is if you want to import from another game, like you're doing a replay or whatever, then that one's a very convenient one, because then you can get your little outfit things from the beginning. Anyway, let's continue up this little path, if it'll let me. And we have another save thing. Might as well save while we're here. I think we got something else down here. And I'm going off of memory. Like, I think my original PS2 file has like 200 hours or something on this stupid game. I say I call it stupid, I love this game. It's so much fun. Uh-oh. Yeah, definitely not having the greatest of days. Here we are, just swimming along. Swimming along. And there's like sharp fish flopping about. Like those fins look like they curl. You can cut me. Anyway. Get used to hearing this song, by the way. This is the random battle song for the rest of the game. Look, the fish is just bebopping, and then the music stops, so bad shit's going down. Uh-oh. That's a big fish. Oh. Alright, Titus, you better just skedaddle. Uh-oh. Good news is that we only have to do a couple turns with this guy. Yeah, I don't think you can actually die to this boss, because each of his little punches just take half HP off. Half your current HP. Where is that fish's digestive system? Because it looks like it just sucks its prey in its little gullet cage thing. I don't know. It's fun and fancy game. Not gonna think too much about it. And then bless this kid's heart, his day just gets
I had
worse
made it out of the frying pan
worse
and into the
worse.
freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
There. I don't know why the sound effects are doing weird shit. maybe it'll correct itself. Well,
Cold. Need fire.
alright, so here's what was a campfire. I don't think you could technically burn that wood again, but whatever, it's a game. So we got this weird statue thing. Nothing to do over there. That can't have anything done to it yet. Let's just go check this one out. Anyway, let's examine this thing because it's telling me to. A withered bouquet. Okay. Oh god, that steppy step sound effect sounds just odd. Yeah, it's just clippy. It's weird. And it's not everywhere. Well, this is like normal step, 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 but I don't know. I wonder if they did some sort of update on it, or I don't know. Let's see where this goes. Flint, apparently. Let's go ahead and save. I'll probably just get a couple of save games going. Okay. Before I go too much further. Oh, I just went there. Okay. And down here is where I just was, I do believe. Yeah. Okay, I think we got everything we can get. Let's start a fire. His little Boy Scout skills to use. He looks all skeptical around. Well, that solves one problem. Probably not for long, because I don't think he has a whole lot of burnable material there. He's got that dresser in the other room.
I need food.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
I know, Arn, rub it in.
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
So apparently this
You cried.
kid has a reputation of just boo-hooing at the drop of a hat.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
And now he's got a monster wanting to eat his ass. Some sort of spiky thing. This is really not Titus's day. Anyway, we got another boss fight.
Give me a break!
Seriously, this poor kid can't catch a break for nothing. I think technically you can actually die at this point. No, there's not a whole lot you can do. You can just attack and use potions. That's about it. Yeah, I think it's time for a potion. Do what now? Hey, people! Including some sort of young chick in an unfortunate colored bodysuit. Because khaki is the color we want to have across our boobies, right? Also, that belt looks terribly
You on my
uncomfortable.
side? Cool!
Using grenades. Hooray! Yeah, sometimes when they do tutorial stuff like that, they make it so that you're discouraged from choosing other options, or you can't choose other options. So this character can steal things and use things that they've stolen. Let's use another grenade. Why not? Because it's doing way more damage than they're just attacking us. And we can keep taking grenades, because apparently this spiky monster carries infinite grenades. See, look at that. Almost 400 damage. Da 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 da. Stop panning to this character's ass. Makes me feel creepy. Yes, it's a girl, Titus.
That was close.
You were trying to get some tail like 15 minutes ago.
Hey, let me go!
Redek Drak!
Fin, Irisa, Tekiaka!
Wag Edeku! Kemed?
Fed! Trivida Grisa!
Dralmia, Drakisha Dave.
Again, this guy can't catch a break. Now he's surrounded by people pointing knives and guns at him. They're speaking some language you don't understand. And now he's getting punched in the gut. Bless his little heart. Hey, we're on a boat now with people. That's slightly better than before. Yeah, they all got guns and shit, so
Ked!
maybe not 100% great, but
Hey, that hurts!
Musujek, Rain?
Whoa. Okay.
Canis!
Right, whatever.
Tui Hood Kabeg?
yes, because pointing and grunting
I said
always
I don't
works.
understand.
Akumala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
And you didn't
You-
try
you
speaking
understand
before?
me?
Whatever, I guess English
All
or
right,
whatever language
I'll
we're going
work.
with, the standard language, common tongue. Anywho, there's a save point, so let's go ahead and... let's go grab this thing. So this is our first Albid primer. So as you collect Albid primers, you learn the language. It's a code. It's more than a language, it's a code. And so you don't have like Duolingo or something like that to learn all that. You just pick up the deciphering manuals. Anyway, let's talk to our new friend.
Oh, almost forgot.
Doing this triggers the sphere grid tutorial. So I'm just gonna kind of blaze through this because this is the standard grid. So sphere grid is the leveling system. So instead of getting traditional levels like you would in previous Final Fantasy games, it's this little game board thing, and you fill in the spheres. And as you fight battles and stuff, you get AP instead of EXP. And that will increase your sphere level. And every sphere level lets you move forward either one space or backwards, I think 4 spaces. And then you can choose to activate nodes. And every member of your party can activate every node. There's no like choosing, oh, do I want to do this for this character or that character? Every character can do every node. And there's locks and things like that, so. Okay, let's get out of here. Good. Yes. So this is what the standard sphere grid looks like. That's not what our sphere grid's going to look like. So, no, gotta figure out how to get it in the menu. Okay, so let's actually get to the sphere grid. So this is the expert grid. So, we can tilt it, stuff. Forget how to zoom out. So, on the standard grid, your characters have very, very defined sections, and each section kind of determines what role in the party they will play, and for the vast majority of the game, they will play that role. With, like, you have, like, in Titus's case, he's gets access to spells like haste and some other time-related stuff. It's not really a spoiler, you can see the entire sphere grid right here. In the expert grid, your characters, all of them start out kind of in the middle right here, and you can make choices to take them on different paths. So if you wanted to make Titus like your healing character, you just send him downward and he can go towards the healing characters section. This is why I don't really recommend it for people who are playing this the first time, because if you're not planning your route out, you can fuck up the early game. By the end of the game, of course, you probably will be able to essentially be in the same place you would be playing the standard grid. It just makes the beginning of the game much harder if you try to make a character into something that they weren't really made for originally, if that makes sense. Anyway, what we're gonna do, since we have a sphere level, we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna, for Titus, move him mostly along his original path. So Titus is like I mentioned, he gets access to haste and other similar things. There it is right there. We don't have very long to go. So he's a time magey, but he's also very, very quick. He, in the standard sphere grid, his last ability in his section is Quick Hit, which is one of the best abilities in the game, and I'm trying to find it. Yeah. And then, two, as I mentioned, there's locks, so we'll get to locks a little bit later. So I also can, I don't have enough, so you can activate spheres that are next to the sphere you're currently on. So we're on this one for cheer, which is a special ability. And if I had the stuff necessary, I could activate that one. So sphere grid is your abilities and your stats. This is a defense one. So that's why, like I said, certain character paths on the expert grid or sections in the case of the standard grid, they will kind of determine overall what job or role that your character will play. And that's why it can be kind of tricky on the expert grid if you try to make Titus, who's your speedy, I wouldn't say fragile, but speedy character into something that a tank. He's not a tank. If you try to make into a tank, you're going to have a rough time through the early and mid game. But I'll shut up and we will continue with the story. Okay, that didn't do
We found some
anything.
ancient ruins right beneath us.
Okay.
It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're
Okay.
gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
So Titus is now indentured labor. And he's pretty cool with it. So since Titus is a blitzball player, he can swim and shit like that. Again, it's not worth bothering to question how he can hold his breath for that long and stuff like that. Just go with it. It's a fun, amazing game. And our new buddy can apparently swim and hold her breath and stuff. Again, we're just gonna go with it. It's fine. We don't even know our new friend's name. And fish carry grenades, apparently. And she might need a heal. Okay. So at this stage, you don't really need to grind it again. It's early game, tutorial crap. Not really able to die here. I think. No, let me touch the save sphere. Because even if you don't save, it will heal you. Which I wish I would have remembered that there was a save sphere right there. Let me examine that. Because banging always works. Why not? We have no real indication of what this is. We're just kind of following. Pushing circle every once in a while because it keeps floating back up. Getting attacked by stupid fish. That's fine, they carry grenades. Just attack with her. Yeah, she doesn't have that great of a physical attack. Hooray. Oh god, camera angles. Nope. Bang on that too, why not? Well, that apparently did something. And is making the video freak the fuck out. And it awoke a Kraken, apparently. Okay. That wasn't too difficult of a job. Except today we have another boss fight. So preemptive strike. So this is essentially first strike, they call it in other games. So we're gonna use oops, his new ability, Cheer. It sounds stupid, but it's actually a pretty decent little ability. I think you can use it like maybe 4 or 5 times and it will stack. Let's use a grenade. Out of attack range. So this is the tutorial for trigger commands. So sometimes, particularly in boss battles, you will get these commands where you can just do additional things that aren't like battle abilities. Does he have a grenade? He does. Let's do this again. Especially when we're underwater and he can't give like a stupid line. And we're gonna use a potion. And there he goes again, retreating, retreating. So now we have an option to do a pincer attack. Pincer or pincer? Whatever. Where they move around so that they're got him sandwiched. Which this seems to be working pretty well. Now he can't retreat. And both these characters are pretty fast, so they get a lot more turns than the damn octopus monster. And he dead. I'll say probably all but like a couple of regular bosses in this game are pretty easy. I wouldn't say that this is a particularly difficult game. Though I have not yet tried the new super bosses that came with the HD version. That were originally from the international version. Apparently those are pretty difficult. And our excavation efforts did something. Now we got searchlights powered up. I don't know. They just told us to go down here and poke on something, and we did. And hey, there's some folks down here too doing stuff. And we come to this arbitrary place, and I guess this is what we dug up. Okay. Doesn't look like a whole lot yet. It's covered in rocks and algae and gross stuff right now. But hey, mission success. We did not die. Things are starting to look up for our Titus.
Fafutra airship.
Oh, it's an airship.
Pralanukt van een neker.
That's pretty exciting. And he shakes up like a dog.
Hoof, roofdu, tungadib. Way, Wichita.
Hey! Hey,
He's
I
with the
helped
team.
out, didn't I?
Well, maybe someday, Titus.
Hungry.
God, nobody's nice to him.
Whoa!
There you go, food.
Right on.
Manners, Titus. She's just standing there while he's choking to death.
Hey!
It's like he's never eaten food before. Jesus Christ.
It's 'cause you eat too fast.
Look at him. His
Hey.
mood has improved.
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand.
See? His life is looking up. I like Titus. A lot of people shit on him. But
Why didn't you
grows
say
on
so
ya.
earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means you.
it's called code switching, Titus.
Who are you guys anyway?
We're Al Bhed. Can't you tell? Wait, you're not an Al Bhed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Al Bhed is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkand. I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Yeah, that was another
Did you
situation where they
hit your head or
altered the
something?
line to fit the mouth flaps.
You guys
You can
hit me?
tell. Yeah, they did hit him.
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just
Yeah,
said things
more
as
like
they
a
came
sky
to mind.
butthole.
But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays blitzball there.
and the first plot
Huh?
twist bomb of the game.
What do you mean, 1,000 years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkand. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way.
Alright, we're going to save. Save. I keep forgetting that those things don't automatically do anything.
You said... You play blitzball?
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
Sweetie, he don't know nothing. It's like taking a toddler around. But you can see she's trying. A little hamster in her brain's going.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
That's good to know.
Oh, uh-huh.
So his day just got real bad. Been sucked into a skyboat hole, attacked by monsters, attacked by
My
people who don't
Xanarkand?
understand him, and now he's
Some
found
kind of
out
holy
his
place?
city got destroyed.
Yeah, right, I thought. Since when?
Bless his little heart.
Yevon? Sin? Luca?
You can boo-hoo
I
now.
thought Sin
It's
just
fine.
took me to a faraway place. That I can go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future?
No way! Whoa!
What'd you do? Those two dudes fit it.
Shin! Sinek Musa! Etonic! Etonic!
That's not good. This is definitely not ideal.
Whoa! Ah!
And we got sucked into a sea butthole now. So we're going to end the episode here on a cliffhanger, because why not? Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you next time.